for both? Do they have to pay the taxes separately for each person?
They are responsible for the standard taxes per person.
Okay, per
Yeah,
person.
per person.
Okay.
Because you're going to receive 2 round-trip airfares and then the accommodations. And the accommodations probably somewhat go together, but we don't get into all that, guys. So
I was
that's
just
not
wondering
necessary.
because if somebody asks, well, say somebody came across it, they're wondering, I know we're going to end up having to pay the taxes on this. You don't have to. We don't tell them all that anyway. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay.
And we're going to cover all that on Monday.
Okay.
On Monday, we'll cover all of that. Basically, we just want you to know, as I went into with you, there is a lot of money to be made here, okay? My very first year that I started with Tom and Dawn, I was 18 years old. I was in school for criminal justice, finished my schooling for criminal justice, so I have other opportunities if I chose to do so. The problem is those other opportunities, you're going to work 40 to 60 hours a week and still not make the money that you're going to make when you're in here. My very first year working here at 18 years old, I made $57,000. 18. From that point on, there was nothing that you could tell me. There's nothing you could do for me that I can't do for myself. And that opportunity is here for each and every one of you. And I'm going to tell you about some other people in here that are also making money. That way that you know that it's not just me as an individual. We also have a girl in here by the name of JJ. JJ is 20 years old. Y'all will meet JJ. JJ just picked up a paycheck last week for over $1,300 at 20 years old. Miss Gina just picked up a paycheck this Friday, over $1,100. Then we have John. John on average averages anywhere from $800 to $1,000 every single week, week in, week out. This is a job where you come in on Monday, and we're not telling you at the end of the week you make $220. That's it. Flip your burgers, you'll make $220. That's not the type of job. This is the type of job when you come in on Monday, you decide what you want to make, you dedicate yourself, and at the end of the week, you will be the one that receives the benefit from it. Okay? When you come in on Monday, just so that you have an idea, you will need to bring with you your picture ID. Y'all all need to have your social security cards with you so we can make copies of them. You have 2 different ways of being paid here. You can be paid direct deposit if you have your own banking account. You want to bring that information in with you on Monday. If you choose not to do direct deposit, you're going to get paid on a bank card. Okay? That's where your money is deposited every Friday. So this also is a job where you have the opportunity of receiving a check every week, not every 2 weeks, which is beneficial as well. I don't know. That's what I looked at as when I first started here, every week versus every 2 weeks. On Monday, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to listen to recordings. Okay? You're going to listen to recordings basically for your first 2.5 hours. After you've listened to recordings, you're going to do some monitoring, which is listening to both sides of the conversation on the phone with the client. You'll hear the representative, you'll hear the client, so you can get an idea of what type of questions that you need to ask during your training. You will not get on the phone probably until very, very late on Tuesday. Okay? So don't worry about this. It's something that we're just going to throw you on the phones. When you do get on the phones on Tuesday, we're going to hold your hand. Okay? Basically, you're going to get a commitment from your client of what vacation they want. That's it. This is what I offer. I offer you 5 days and 4 nights in Hawaii with your airfare and your resort. Or I offer you 4 days and 3 nights that you can go to Mexico, all inclusive. All your meals, all your snacks, all your beverages, and all your non-motorized activities. Which one do you want? When they pick that one, you're going to call me over, and I'll take over your call, which is a TO. Okay? At that point, that's just basically you're going to stand over me. You're going to learn how to properly close your appointment. We'll do that with you until you are comfortable being on the phone for your very first week. All right? Some of you may get on the phone on Tuesday and decide you don't want somebody to come over and take over from that point, that you're comfortable enough, because I see a few faces in here that have been here before, that you're comfortable enough, to close it on your own. If that is the case, that's fine. I'll listen to your recordings and I'll make sure that you're capable of doing it on your own. But just know that we will hold your hand basically and help you out. This isn't something we're just going to throw you on the phones for. Tuesday we're going to do a whole lot of role playing, meaning back and forth. You're going to go home on Monday. You're going to study your script. What's your name now? Latika. I might say, Latika, go ahead and pitch me, and I'll be the client. And vice versa. I'll pitch you, you be the client. That way concerns and questions that you have regarding how a conversation should go on the phone are going to be answered for you before you actually have to do so. Okay? Also, we're going to go over the gifts on Tuesday. We go over them a little bit on Monday as well. The gifts are fabulous vacation packages, guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, Google is your friend. Everybody knows Google, correct? Google is your friend. Google all the vacations that we use. If you've not been there on your own, Mexico, Google. It'll show you everything about Mexico. Hawaii, Google. Everything about Hawaii. So basically your job is just going to be to go home, look at these destinations so that you can describe them to the client. Also, we're going to go over rebuttals. I want you to understand that in a telemarketing center, I don't know if it's ever been put to you this way, but when it was put to me this way, it made perfect sense to me. Your job does not begin until somebody tells you no. When they tell you no, that's where your job begins. Otherwise, we could press a recording and let it play, and then whoever wants it press 2, and then they come down to the office, right? But when somebody tells you no and you have to contradict that and say, hey, well, are you aware there's no timeshares? Are you aware that there's no real estate? Are you aware that you don't have to buy, join, or sign anything? That's where your job comes in, because now I'm basically, you're telling me no, I'm rebuttaling your no, trying to get you back interested in the job, to where a recording could not do that, obviously. Other than that, are there any questions, any concerns at all regarding what to expect when you come in on Monday or Tuesday?
I have a question. About, you said they're all inclusive, the vacation package?
Correct. Well, okay. One of them, the Mexico vacation.
That's the only one that's all inclusive?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. In Hawaii, they're going to pay $25 for the breakfast. In Hawaii. Okay, yeah, they pay for their own meals and their entertainment in Hawaii, but Mexico is an all-inclusive package.
I have a question. What about for employees? Do we get like a discount to go on some of the trips? Or,
Once you've been here for a while, they do like incentives and stuff that you'll have an opportunity, and I know that they were talking and discussing this. We have a whole lot of things, guys, that are coming into play for us as a company, so y'all actually came in at a really, really good time. When we come in on Monday, I'm going to go over the pay structure with you. Xavier will go over with you on night shift. There is money to be made here beyond what your hourly is and beyond what your commission is. Every week we have bonuses on the board, like $20, $15, $25, whatever the case is. If you get 5 bonuses that are $20, you've made a whole extra $100 that week just for coming in and doing a job that you already had to do anyway. Then we also have spiffs. Spiffs are where they'll corporate will say, look, we want you to focus on this location, we need this many appointments, whatever the case is. It'll be put up on Monday, and it'll say, like, if you have 7 shows for the week, 3 in this location, 3 in this location, 1 in this location, just for doing what we asked you, here's a whole nother $200 on your paycheck. 5 shows. Put 2 of them here, 1 of them here, and 2 anywhere you want to. We'll give you a whole extra $150 on your paycheck. Just extra money. On top of that money that you're getting on the bonus on the board, on top of what you're already receiving for your hourly, on top of what you're receiving for your commission. Okay? So there is a lot of money to be made here. And like I said, you're actually walking in at a perfect time, because there's a lot of other things that we are going to incorporate into what we do here as far as spiffs and bonuses. One thing I'm super excited about, and y'all should definitely be way more excited than I am, because I don't get as much time on the phone, they're going to build a money machine in here. Okay? Y'all seen those money machines that you get inside, the money blows all around and you have to grab as much money as you can? They're building a money machine so that every person, whoever is the highest person, whether it be day shift, I don't know if they're going to do 1 for days, 1 for nights, or overall, but whoever's the highest person that has the most shows, they get to go inside that money machine for like an hour and a half. I'm going to start not an hour and a half, a minute and a half. I apologize. Like a minute and a half. I'm sorry. But yeah, like a minute and a half. And you can get as much money as you can. If it's me, I don't know about you, but if it was a lady, I would wear a dress. But that's one of the things. Also, we do things here. We're pretty much like a family here, guys. Once you've been here for a long time, it's a great company to work for. Fridays and stuff, we'll do like what is that, where everybody brings in a lunch, potluck lunch, where everybody will bring in something. We can all have a little, get together, whatever. We do Christmas parties. They're also doing different types of other incentives, and I'm not completely clear on what those are, so I don't want to say what they are, but the vacation is what brought me to it. They're also going to do something to where, like, the highest person out of the month will get a vacation, 3 days and 2 nights at a hotel. or 8 days and 7 nights in a condo, whatever the case might be. But those are things that we can work forward towards so that we can have the vacations that we're sending. If it is a shirt that is not meant to be outside of your pants, then it also must be tucked in. Okay? Monday through Thursday, guys, you must wear colored shirts like polos. Any questions?
And they have to be tucked in.
And have to be tucked in, yes, sir. Unless it's evenly cut at the bottom. But generally, polos will be shorter up here and longer back there. So, all right? So thank y'all very much for being my test monkey. I appreciate it.